Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Gyro here. I am super, maybe a little bit over the top excited to share with you how much I'm impressed and how much I instantly love Chess Rush by Tencent Games. This is, without a doubt, in my humble opinion of course, the best clone of auto chess that's out there available to you. That is arguably, in some features, is better than auto chess. So let's take a look at this. The footage in the background is my game. It's not the very first game, but it's one of the very first game, like one of the first 5 I had in the game, which proves that, shows to you a lot of the game itself. Yes, the footage is a little bit sped up, so that might look a little bit spastic. Tell me in the comments down below if you prefer longer videos or maybe not the full game end to end to the victory, but something that goes at a normal 100% speed. Trust me that in non-sped up way, everything looks even better, okay? So even better. I haven't done myself any favors here by speeding it up almost to 200% speed, but I really didn't want to publish 2 parts of the video, first part and the second part, yet I wanted to show you the whole game so that you have practically an unedited experience of following me through one of these very first games in Chess Rush, where you can see what I'm referring to and where you can see that I had a practically flawless game and won with 100% health remaining while other people were unfortunately smashed. To be completely fair, I have been in my previous games, so I started this obviously with all my knowledge of auto chess, applying similar cheap swarm tactics that I always do and all that kind of stuff. And in previous games, if you consider top 3 a win, then I did win all the time, but I wasn't the top number 1. So this was probably the best game I had out of about 5, and I thought that it would make sense and be more inspirational for you if I tell you about the game, tell you my impressions, and share with the background of this absolutely winning game. Alright, so as you are right now following hopefully on the screen, so I didn't know. So why I'm thinking that you may not know about this game and why am I even bothering to record this little overview, review, call it whatever you want. But basically, me as an auto chess player, as a person who is passionate enough about auto battler game genre, and someone who was passionate enough to even create a YouTube channel that I'm hoping that you're enjoying so far, and maybe, having said that, maybe you'll consider subscribing right now and helping me reach 100 subscribers, because it is always hard in this social validation requiring environment, so maybe you'll be kind enough to assist me with that. So having said that, I was not aware that this game existed. Okay, I was aware that all the major companies, including Chinese companies who are competing between themselves as well, spoiler alert, I was aware that it's a super popular genre. Everybody wants to play these games right now, so there is a lot of money to be made. Okay, that's fair, alright? But beyond the mainstream things that are very well known in the West, let's say Dota Underlords, Hearthstone Battlegrounds, League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics, you know, those games. Beyond them, I had no idea that there are even closer, even more truer clones, so to speak, to auto chess original game, okay? So Tencent Games, if you know, Tencent is a huge publisher of games and a sponsor of a lot of games, even movies. They're even expanding to the movies, even in the West, not just in China, but it's a Chinese company. Their money is basically everywhere, and I'm sure, if you forgive the dad joke humor here, I'm sure they are donating more than 10 cents. Get it? More than 10 cents to other companies that they have invested into. So Tencent looks like they've created their own version of auto chess. Alright, before you label me a heretic and before you say, Gyro, what are you talking about, man? The auto chess forever, I am with you. I love auto chess. I love auto chess. Please let me move on from this disclaimer and tell you that when you spend, give me 5 games in this game. Watch my review, follow my tactics, take a look for yourself, okay? But after you spend 5 games in Chess Rush, yeah? And you compare the game to auto chess for yourself. Come back, talk to me in the comments down below and tell me, do you agree with the fact that this game is, I will risk saying, almost better than Auto Chess Client? Do you agree? Because this is my impression. The more I play this game right now, the more I absolutely love the attention of detail to detail, the attention to detail with animations, UI, accessibility, other things that I will finally, I promise, I'm gonna stop ranting and I'm gonna jump into the features. So beyond the obvious features that are exactly identical to Auto Chess, right? Beyond the 8 players that are competing with one another, beyond the round of basically fighting, and then the little round, let's call it, of buying new chess pieces available to you, beyond all of these core mechanics, yeah, what this game has done differently to Auto Chess, or what it has taken to a further level, in my opinion, yeah, is that it has created a couple of other mechanics which made it a lot more accessible and a lot more enjoyable for someone like me, who plays sometimes, like, you know, without paying crazy amount of attention, you know, without mouth breathing in the background, if you're picturing all these players, yeah, who are trying to be super duper competitive. So, first of all, top left corner of the screen, not right now, but when it comes back. Top left corner of the screen, where synergies are being shown, okay? These synergies are being indicated, in my opinion, very similarly, but trust me, a lot better. Because in the selection screen that was just showing, in the selection strip of the available pieces for you to buy, it helps you. It reminds you, it tells you that it's a recommended assassin right now because you're almost about to finish a certain synergy for assassins. It also tells you how many of the current pieces you own. Yes, maybe it's cheaper, it's cheaper experience, maybe it's making it a little bit too easy or whatever you want to say. But honestly, Auto Chess expects you to keep track of all these little things, and sometimes in the heat of the battle, especially, I don't know if you're too relaxed, if you're enjoying yourself, whatever, I don't know how to basically qualify this, but I don't mind that they tell me, they remind me, Gyro, my man, you have so many of this one. And then I can make an educated decision. Would I want to take right now this ground smasher cyborg tank to contribute to my cyborg synergy, or if I'm just going to ignore it because I don't have any, and I don't think that at round 12 I'm going to basically achieve certain synergy within the reasonable amount of time. I love this. I absolutely love this added level of accessibility. It absolutely does not turn this into an easy mode, and tell me if you think otherwise. I welcome any opinions, you know, I do welcome those. But I think that it's very fair. Additionally to that, if you see that chest that's standing on the right hand side of the arena right now, that chest is where the items get automatically added to, okay? So that chest, when next time, because it's all sped up and I do not know if I'll be able to speak over exact moment when I'll open the chest and take a look for the item, but pay attention to that. My only criticism is that graphics and text that comes with that panel, that menu that opens when you click on the chest, when you tap on the chest, is too small. It's hard to read at first, but then you get used to it and you kind of don't care. But basically what it allows you to do is that it kind of straight away gives you a list of the items, and straight away gives you an either equip button or upgrade button. So if for example, Steel Fist, who I just bought, if Steel Fist already has a certain item that's upgradable by another item in the chest, it will straight away kind of make it easier for me and make it less stressful for me and offer me an opportunity to upgrade straight up. So I just press a button. See, right now there is no equipment. I just looked at it, there was no equipment. And I am able to upgrade. Now, right now, another thing, using the chance that right now I zoomed in and I'm showing it on the screen, this client, thank God, allows us to simply pinch and zoom. Pinch and zoom as you would do normally on any screen. Dota Underlords mobile client, Auto Chess mobile client, I don't know, I'll use those two as an example. They don't allow you to do this basic thing. I'm not going to say that that's absolutely necessary. It's not, especially for competitive people who only care about what rank they are and they just care about the bottom line, I suppose, of this process. But I care. I care both for screenshots, I care both because I enjoy graphics. Sometimes I just feel a little bit, like right now, take a look at it. I'm up right now equipping and upgrading items. So it's made much easier, much more enjoyable. But back to the zooming in, I love the fact that I can. I love the fact that I can take a look at the detail on my characters. I love the fact that I don't know, I just have that opportunity. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes it's nice to have that thing. I love that. And beyond this, there is exactly the same kind of stuff that you would imagine. I give them huge props for indicating synergies much easier in the selection of the chess pieces when you buy them, when you buy new chess pieces. I love how it's all done, basically. Okay, so that's me. That's why I called initially. I thought I'm gonna call this video a little bit differently, like first impressions of Chess Rush from Tencent. And then I thought, I'm just gonna put it simply. I'm just gonna say that I love it. I'm just gonna say that I absolutely love it. And at the moment, as I've played auto chess for quite some time, like I said, I am passionate enough to have a YouTube channel about this and educate maybe really low grade, kind of low rank people who currently are trying to just get their first few wins and gain some confidence with simple strategies that work really well. That's what this channel is dedicated to. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing it right now. Again, like I said, it's not just something that I'm saying to you for a tick box. I do appreciate your support. I appreciate if you help me reach 100. Yeah, 100 of first, that people say that that's the most important number here on YouTube, because then a little bit of a snowball effect creates. I didn't want to buy any subscriptions or anything like this through some dodgy services, because first of all, it's against the rules of YouTube and I don't want to do this. I would much rather honestly tell you, it's a very brand new channel. It's very hard to get off the bottom of the barrel there, being kind of layered and layered by bigger behemoths of this type of gaming. But I'm a very passionate guy. I love this kind of stuff, and I want to very much share this experience with you and continue bringing to you reviews of similar games. Generally, we are talking about strategy in this particular case. If you were following this rushed thing as well as me talking to you with a very excited voice here, if you were following my previous videos, you know that I'm very much a cheap swarm promoter of the cheap swarm strategy, and I don't even know if cheap swarm is the publicly known name for this strategy, which I don't claim the right or the fact that I invented it. I certainly came up with it myself. I didn't do any research. Shame on me, but I didn't. I came up with it myself. So I'm normally a cheap swarmer. It means that I usually prefer, I have preference of buying two of the same. If they are presented to me like this in the purchasing strip of the pieces, I usually go for twos, because that increases mathematical probability of getting an upgrade. And upgraded pieces, in majority of cases, always beat unupgraded ones, even if they are higher rarity. That is as simple and as quick explanation of my go-to strategy. But if you were following this game and taking a closer look at what decisions, the purchasing decisions I'm actually making, this is probably, again, I'm probably ashamed to say, but this is probably the first auto chess clone game, and not even the original auto chess, where I start with that strategy. It is still at the core of my decision making, and I still recommend for you to do it, especially if you're not some grandmaster, but then you wouldn't be watching this video, would you? However, this game, because of how easy it makes to keep track of the synergies, okay? Because of how easy and accessible it makes all that kind of stuff, how enjoyable, in my opinion, it made it, as opposed to, and compared to auto chess, anything else that I'm aware of at the moment, okay? I am actually paying attention to what kind of synergies I'm putting in. So I started with the cyborgs, which happened to be my cheap swarm base of this squad. Then I started thinking, okay, majority of my guys are cyborgs in this case. As you can see, I have a synergy of 5 and I didn't push to 6. But then having one demon on the field definitely benefits it. And towards the end of the game, which is going to happening pretty soon, we have only maybe, I don't know, under 10 minutes left, a lot less, you will see that I achieve a couple of other synergies like warrior, and I think a sorcerer, if I'm not mistaken, or magic resist, one of them too. That is definitely, I have to stand corrected to my maybe very early statements, where I was in my first few videos that I showed you, I was saying, look, I kind of never care. I never care about these extra synergies or any of that stuff. I only care about upgrading my pieces as quickly as possible and then brute force smashing the opponents. Sure, that works up to a certain level, but then it stops working. And here I do think that powerful synergies of like 4+, effects of like 4+ pieces that are synergetic to each other and synergized, I do think that it certainly is something that I cannot continue ignoring. So I am, with this game, with the help of this game, I do believe that I'm going to use Chess Rush from Tencent as the base to explore different synergies and perhaps start making recommendations to you on the synergies and how they work, and maybe the best kind of advices, again, for newbies. This is a channel for newbies. I am a little more than a newbie, but certainly not a grandmaster, never pretended, never will. And yeah, that is the intent. That's what I'm going to do. I feel like I said everything that I wanted to say to you about this game, guys. But like I said, this sped up footage in the background demonstrates to you the full end-to-end game that I win fairly flawlessly. So I'm gonna stop ranting in a couple of minutes, in a minute maybe or so, and I'm gonna still let it run until the end of the game in case you would like to keep watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please honor me, do me a favor, help me out with extra subscribers to your count towards the 100. I do sincerely appreciate it, especially if you want to chat in the comments down below. I promise I'll respond to anything constructive, any recommendations, any advice that you have to give me. Excuse me. Perhaps there are some other auto chess clones, similar games, something like that that you think is worth my attention. It is definitely my kind of casual passion, so to speak. And at the same time, I think it would be good for the channel growth. So if you enjoy these little reviews, have some suggestions, have some requests, please don't be shy. You are among the early adopters, as they say. You have access to the creator, while you probably, I dare say, would be more or less ignored by the bigger creators, because you'll just be drowning in the sea of the other comments of the thousands upon thousands. Yeah, yes, I sure would love to get there myself, because this is my passion. But at the same time, we are early in this kind of game, yeah, social interaction game. So why not help each other out a little bit and enjoy this a little bit? All right, I thank you very much for watching. I will come to you next time with some more videos. We have something to talk about, I believe, about the state of Auto Chess PC beta. I wanted to report on that for you a little bit, and then we'll dive into synergies and talk about some other stuff about this game and the other similar casual auto battlers. Thank you very much for watching. Gyro here, and I will talk to you next time.
胜利指日可待。3名战士。一家人整整齐齐。这不是我想要的。玩家淘汰了吗？我还没看完呢。开心心。满血获胜，真是令人惊叹。